In a small society located in the province of Labrador, we encounter a two-sided population, those who are normal, and those who are deviated due to a nuclear explosion. Some of these deformities may not have physical appearance, however, it has in many cases caused substantial impacts on the mind. Looking at the main character, David, a boy who is born with the ability to telepathically speak with others, and yet raised in a family that strictly condemns any form of deviation. During the narration of the book, we see numerous encounters that David has endured, whether that be family-pertained issues or society-related conflicts. We later encounter Petra, David's sister, Rosalind, his girlfriend, and David, who are forced to flee from their own homes and become social outcasts due to their abnormalities. Due to this, they now set their eyes on fleeing to a place called SEALAND, with the objective of putting behind their past and hoping for a better future. We come across the central idea of escapism. Escapism is mainly portrayed due to the fact that David, Petra and Rosalind are running away from their past, and SEALAND is the place that will help them restart. This form of escapism can lead more people into SEALAND as it would help them recreate who they are. This leads to a sense of identity as well. When in the shoes of a deviation, we would be scared, and we won't be able to be who we are. SEALAND explains that all people are welcome and they can live with their lives expressed to the fullest, like how the SEALAND woman shows her expression when speaking. After receiving such freedoms in SEALAND, we also receive a sense of a new beginning and a utopian society. With the modern technologies that the SEALAND people have, they can set aside differences and live in a more peaceful manner, thus influencing other deviations to come and rebuild on their lives. This is not always the reality, as people are sometimes completely isolated and alienated from the world. We see that isolation and alienation play a key part in the plot of the story through three main subheadings. They include conformity, tribalism, and paradox. Conformity is explained to be the issue presiding after the nuclear reaction, the issue which makes everyone doubt higher authorities. To stop this, we see that the Wacnukian leaders enforce laws that make people enforce rules like reporting a deviation. This can be related to the relationship between Sophie and David and how it was stopped because of Sophie being a deviation. It also explains the isolation caused by this relationship, which resulted in Sophie being isolated to the fringes. Conforming also can have major effects, even when it comes to oral mistakes, as when David asked for a third hand. This isolated him from family, and this was shown through the feelings they gave him. Conforming someone can have major effects on people, even family members such as Aunt Harriet. Conforming people can also lead to tribalism and its effects on people. Tribalism can occur to normal people as well when considering people like the Wenders, whose child Sophie, who was a deviation, and that led them to run away from Wacnuk in fear of being isolated from each other. Tribalism can also make people make sudden decisions in life, like Anne, who had wanted to be normal and married a non-Chrysalid Alan, which later resulted in the suicide of Anne. We can also see that alienation and isolation can be portrayed as a paradoxical issue. This is portrayed through examples such as alienating someone may cause the loss of fellow people like family and friends. In conclusion, we see that isolation and alienation have a substantial effect on the plot and setting of the story. The issues relating to conformity, tribalism and paradox all play key roles when it comes to the topic of isolation and alienation. Thank you.